it's Naya. Welcome back to Naya Reads and Smiles. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so today I have another fantasy epic awesomeness review for you guys. I'm going to be reviewing not one, but two books. Defy and, let's see if I can do this. Defy and Ignite. What? It's like scissors. But anyways, okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing Defy and Ignite by Sara B Larson. If you watched my previous video, you know that I got these books so kindly sent to me by Scholastic Books. And just a little disclaimer, even though these books were sent to me, I will be doing this review with complete honesty. And yeah, let's start talking about books. Oh, before we go into this video, I know what you're probably thinking. Naya, there is a giant puffball on your head. I know. I woke up this morning and he was there. He likes oranges. Do you like oranges? His name is Damien, and we'll get to why I named him Damien later on in the review. Guys, so this book is a middle grade fantasy book, and I just have to say, these books were fantastic. They're so good. Okay. Let me give you a brief overview of what they're about. Okay, so this is book 1, it is Defy, and this is book 2, it is Ignite. Now the author is Sara B Larson, like I said before, and oh, it is just amazing. So Defy is about a girl named Alexa. They live in this sort of country called Antion, where sorcerers and magic is banned, but there are sorcerers and they exist in this other country called Blevin, if I'm pronouncing that right. So these countries are, I think, right next to each other, or maybe they're cities. I don't really know the complete details. She lives in Antion, and Antion is run by this mad king named Hector. Hector, his wife was killed by a sorcerer from Blevin. First, he declared war on Blevin because he wanted to avenge his wife's death, but after a while, he sort of like just became crazed and obsessed with it, and it was like to do really bad things to women and forcing the boys to become soldiers just to fight Blevin because of his wife's death. So over time, his wife's death just made things worse for Antion. In this world, male, or if you're an orphan and you're a girl, your job is now to breed soldier babies. Babies that are eventually going to be, that's kind of funny, that came out weird, but babies that are going to be, if they're males, become soldiers. In this world, males and females have very, very distinct jobs in Antion. If you are a male, you are going to be a soldier. If you are a female, you are going to breed soldiers. This girl, Alexa, when she was younger, her mom and dad were killed. So just her and her older brother were left. Because they were orphans, like I said, females have a distinct job and males have a distinct job. Her brother, Marcel, didn't want her just to be sent to the breeding houses where she would just basically be raped for the rest of her life. That is basically the fate that she would have had if she was a girl. This is where it gets interesting. So her brother Marcel, I love her brother. Her and her brother, they almost look like twins. Alexa, she's very masculine. She has like a square jaw, she's not super busty, she's pretty, up and down, and she kind of looks a lot like a boy besides her hair. So her brother Marcel comes up with this idea where he cuts off her hair and says, okay, you're gonna pretend to be my twin brother and we're both gonna become soldiers in the army. Basically, to save Alexa from the fate of the breeding houses. So fast forward 3 years, so 14, 15, 16, 17. So she was 14 when she was taken by the king's army and trained to become a soldier. So now, in present day in this book, she is 17 and she is the best soldier in the entire army. She's actually a part of the prince's personal guard. Top of the class, and everyone thinks she's a guy. Okay, so that's just basically a rough outlining of what the story is about. Now, just from that, you can probably tell a lot of exciting stuff is going to happen. We have sorcerers, a girl that has to pretend to be a guy in the army where everyone thinks she's a guy and she's super kick butt and she's the best fighter in the army. Mad King, King Hector. Yeah, so we have a lot, okay? Now, throw into there my favorite part. We got a love triangle. You know how I love them love triangles. Alexa, who is, like I said, she is a part of the prince's personal guard, meaning she guards the prince. Now the prince, Damien. Now, of course, He has dark hair and blue eyes, and he is just the picture of hotness in the YA world. He also, sadly, is super arrogant and mean, but you know, we learn a little more about why he's that way later in the book. And then we have Rylan. Rylan, I don't know why, but the entire time I was reading the story, I was picturing Rylan as like this puppy, and I don't know why. It's because of the way that Sara B Larson describes him. Brown hair, brown eyes, it's just like cute, straight teeth. Let me read to you how Sara B Larson describes him. Rylan shook his head, a wiry grin revealing his straight white teeth. His skin was the color of cream with a hint of melted chocolate stirred in. I don't know why, but this made me think of like a puppy, and then throughout the story, whenever she said Rylan, I just immediately thought a cute Labrador. We have this dark, mysterious Damien, and then we have this puppy Ryland, and they're both just like so stinking cute. They're both have very contrasting but similar personalities, and Alexa is better fighters than both of them and ends up having to protect both of them multiple times throughout the book, which is just so, like, the feminist side of me is just like, oh yeah, go female protagonist. The love triangle is just, it keeps you reading the book. So okay, so now to my rating. I absolutely give this book 10 out of 10. Same thing with the second book in the series. I also give the second book a 10 out of 10. The thing that I really loved about both these books was that for a lot of books or series, usually like one book's better than the other. Like the first book's really good and the second book will be like okay, or the first book's okay and the second book will be fantastic. I think both of these books were equally fantastic. Like they're both on the same level. I felt like they could have been one book. Like they just flowed so perfectly into each other, and I absolutely love them. I definitely recommend you read them, and if you do read them, comment down below so we can chat about it, you know, let me know on Twitter and so we can talk about the book. Such a huge fan, and now I want to go out and buy this dagger that's on the cover. Like, where can I buy these? I want this bow and I want this dagger. I have no plans of using them for anything involving murder. I want them. Okay, well thank you so much for watching this review. I have to go and feed Damien. I will see you guys in my next video, and until next time, bye!